Hello again. I just really wanted to bring out this type of video because, unfortunately, it just seems like there is a shortage of Halo fans slash commentators out there on YouTube. Most of it's Call of Duty and all that kind of stuff. It's really oversaturated, so I just wanted to bring a Halo video out, just for a fresh new change of pace. I wanted to share some news that we learned from E3, some stuff I noticed from the reveal trailer, just all sorts of stuff like that you may have missed, maybe you didn't, but I think it's important. Or maybe not important, but something new and different. Something that Halo, and some other games for that matter, haven't done, or something that other games have done that Halo's now doing. So, let's get it underway. So obviously, I mean, just look at the difference between the way Master Chief looks here now coming up in Halo 4 and the way he did look in Halo 3. Now, obviously, we're comparing a game here that was made in 2007 to one that is yet to be finished in 2012. So, graphically, obviously, Master Chief in Halo 4 looks better. But the cosmetic differences, just look at how much it... I mean, he doesn't look totally off-the-wall different, but there are some pretty noticeable differences in, you know, his visor and all that, and they even changed some of his armor. And to me, I don't know how I feel about that, because shouldn't he come out of the cryo, whatever it was, the same way he went in? And I understand it's a different company, so there might be some copyright issues behind it. They have to make him look a little different. If that's the case, I totally understand. And even I do understand if there's not anything like that, because, you know, they want to make this game look as good as possible. And from what I've seen so far, they're succeeding. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but I like the way the new Master Chief looks. I think he's got a really cool look to him. Very, I wouldn't say mysterious, but fits his character well. And it'll be interesting to see if they make any more changes, because the game is not even finished yet. You know, it comes out in November, so we're going to have to wait and see about that. So obviously, with every new Halo game, there has to be some new weapons, and along with some classic ones redesigned. You're getting a good look at one here. It's called the light rifle, based on the way I could see how it performed in game and everything. It looked basically like the Forerunner version of, you know, the DMR. Just the way, you know, you could zoom in and it shoots one shot, whatever. And it looks like an effective weapon. I would assume all of these will be included in the multiplayer. So, I mean, there's no confirmation of that, but I think it's a fairly good assumption to make. And this is one that I found fairly intriguing. It's called, when the Chief picked it up, it was labeled as the Scatter Shot. Basically, by the way it performed, I'm going to keep saying that, by the way it performed in game, it looks like a Forerunner version of a shotgun. It just shoots all sorts of little stuff out there and does a lot of damage. Basically, just like the shotgun that we know from Halo 3, you know, the original Halo, Halo 3, Halo Reach. I'm assuming it'll be effective, and again, I'm assuming it'll be in the multiplayer mode. So we're gonna have to see about that. And here is a classic gun, sort of reimagined. This is the old battle rifle that a lot of fans will remember from Halo 2 and 3. That gun shot a 3-round burst, and from what I could see in game, this one here is just a single shot. Now, I would assume, I know for a fact pretty much this will be included in game, and I would assume that it does just as much damage per shot as it did per 3-round burst in the multiplayer games before. So I don't think you'll have to worry about lessened damage. It should perform pretty much the same way it has in the past. And this is the assault rifle. hardcore Halo fans will know the assault rifle. What I really found cool about this is it looks pretty much the same as it did in Halo 1, 3, and, well, the one in Halo Reach was off the wall, but this is a Halo 3 assault rifle with better, bumped up graphics. Looks really nice, looks like it performs well. It'll be in the multiplayer, no doubt about that. So, it looks like it's a pretty good gun, and I'm excited to use it. So now in Halo 4, it appears as though actually we have an explanation as to why it is red and blue Spartans fighting each other. In the past, we've never had an explanation before. They're calling it war games. I mean, it's just like the multiplayer has been before. They're just calling it war games. Basically, you are a group of Spartans aboard the UNSC Infinity fighting another group of Spartans in a simulation sort of thing. That's why it's called the war game, to, I guess, prepare you for what you're going to see in the field. It's not that big a deal, but it's just interesting now to see that they're putting a lot of thought into this, and they're like, we want an explanation as to why it's red versus blue. They came up with one. I mean, it seems, well, obviously, this game takes place in 500 years from now, so I wouldn't say believable, but there's an explanation behind it now. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was this new thing they're calling Spartan Ops. So from what I understand, Spartan Ops is going to replace Firefight mode. I guess it's a weekly update sort of thing, and it'll continue the storyline beyond the events of the campaign. So 343 says it wants to deliver weekly content updates, and I'm quoting this from G4TV, by the way. Weekly content updates that amount to 5 bite-sized missions for up to 4 players, plus 1 cinematic cutscene that lays out the underlying narrative, driving a given week's scenario. So you're going to have different missions in this new Spartan Ops thing that you have to get through. I mean, it sounds interesting. I mean, I liked Firefight, if you know, I liked Firefight, but this sounds like a decent replacement for Firefight because, like I said, it's a different company. There's probably a lot of copyright stuff that Bungie owns the rights to that 343 cannot reproduce. So I understand why they're doing this. I have no problem with it. I'm sure it'll be really fun, a way to waste a lot of time, I'm looking forward to it, so that's that. In the end here, it does seem like there is a small group of people who are somewhat upset at the fact that Bungie is no longer going to be behind the making of Halo. And to some point I do understand that because they are the originators of the game in the first place. They've made it what it is today. But from all the content, if you want to call it content, that we've seen come out of E3 2012 so far this year, I would say 343 is doing one heck of a job keeping Halo alive. 343 is made up of some old Bungie employees anyway that worked on Halo before. So there's some people that are there that know what to do, that know how, or that know what to put behind this game to make it Halo. There's going to be a lot of changes coming to Halo. But I think most of them are going to be good changes. I really believe that. They just seem like they're adding a whole lot of new stuff that will enhance the Halo experience as a whole, and I'm really excited come this November to see what they have in store. And along that road before November, I'm sure we're going to see some more stuff leaked or given out by 343 that'll just enhance the excitement. So thank you for watching, and see you later.